Have you ever wondered why the news plays the same 5 stories again and again? Let me give you a little hint. Brainwashing and repetition is the most basic form of brainwashing. Join me as we look at the news cycle and talk about why the mainstream media is so gutless and afraid to report the truth. Happy Monday. Welcome to Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and this is the show where the conspiracy is the news. And what does that mean, of course? That means a lot of things. That means that we live in a post-truth world. That means that propaganda as it is, the way it is, well, an embarrassment to humanity. And humanity has done a lot of embarrassing things, and you get the point. And the whole reason for this, the whole reason why we do this is because, well, somebody has to. I think that's what this is all about. We do another show called Troubled Minds Radio that goes Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time if you want to catch that live. And you can find it at troubledminds.org, of course, the official website. But we used to do a new segment on Troubled Minds Radio, and it just got larger and larger because there's so many amazing things to talk about in the news cycles and whatnot. So what we did, well, is we made our own show called Troubled Minds News, and here we are. So we're what we do here is talk about the news cycles and maybe some of the more important news, and try not to politicize it. And you would be shocked that well, maybe you wouldn't be, but the point is there's a whole lot of news that isn't political at all and is somewhat important. And so, well, that's what we do. That's why we're doing it this way, and that's why we'll do it this way. And so here we go. We're actually coming up on the 50th episode of this actual little Troubled Minds News, which is kind of nice. And we do it twice a week, Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific, exclusively here on Twitch. And then, of course, it gets cut up, sent out to the podcast feed and everywhere else from there. So there we go. All right. That's the lowdown on what this show is all about. And, of course, per usual, 100% of the time, at least with rare exception, we always have open lines on the show because transparency is an important thing. If you think I'm full of crap, you should be able to pick up the phone and dial the number and say, "Damn it, Michael Strange, you're full of crap." But if you don't, well, or if you want to comment on what we're doing or whatever, right? It's fine. Fact is, I'm not afraid, and it's an open line to whoever wants to call, and also an open Discord. So hop on in and come say hi if you want to be part of the show. It's 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Troubledminds.org is the official website. Click the Discord link, and we'll put you on the show. Easy peasy. All right, let's do it. Let's keep on trucking. Let's go to let's begin here. Let's say, how about here? Let's start here. This is from SciTech Daily, and as always, part of the transparency process. Let's put the link in the description. As always, you can find the links down below if you guys are looking to find these articles where I got this information from. And I think that's what's going on. If you want to be, again, transparent, you just share your links. You have an open line, right? But the propagandists can't do that because, well, they want to twist the way the world really is and then cut you off from being able to comment. And there you go. You're supposed to consume. You're not supposed to question. And there you go. So get to consuming, people. You plebs, you dirty, unwashed masses. Yeah. All right. SciTech Daily reads this. Yep. Just in case you thought the world wasn't strange enough, time reversal phenomenon. In the quantum realm, not even time flows as you might expect. Oh, boy. Yep. Here we go. A team of physicists at the universities of Bristol, Vienna, and the Balearic Islands and the Institute for Quantum Optics and Quantum Information has shown how quantum systems can simultaneously evolve along two opposite time arrows, both forward and backward in time. Yep, the study, published in the latest issue of Communications Physics, necessitates a rethink of how the flow of time is understood and represented in context where quantum laws play a crucial role. For centuries, philosophers and physicists have been pondering the existence of time. Yet in the classical world, our experience seems to extinguish any doubt that time exists and goes on. Indeed, in nature, processes tend to evolve spontaneously from states with less disorder to states with more disorder, and this propensity can be used to identify an arrow of time. In physics, this is described in terms of entropy, which is the physical quantity defining the amount of disorder in a system. All right, so let's see. Dr. Giuliano Rubino from the University of Bristol's Quantum Engineering Technologies Lab and lead author of the publication said this, quote, "If a phenomenon produces a large amount of entropy, observing its time reversal is so improbable as to become essentially impossible. However, when the entropy produced is small enough, there is a non-negligible probability of seeing the time reversal of a phenomenon occur naturally." Holy shit, what does that mean? Well, it means that, of course, the quantum world is not only strange, it's stranger than we ever imagined. Because, of course, again, as she's describing here, when the entropy produced is small enough, there is a non-negligible probability of seeing the time reversal of a phenomenon occur naturally, meaning that these quantum particles can actually reverse in time. They don't necessarily go forward, they can go backward in time in small doses, right? So when we talk about time traveling, we talk about time slips, we talk about how people are mostly made of empty space or a lot of water, a lot of this stuff. Well, this is weird. This is weird because now we have these quantum particles within ourselves and within everything else that may be able to travel backwards in time. Whoa. So this may turn into a Troubled Mind show later this week. I'm not sure because I have to wrap my mind around it a little bit. What does this mean, kind of in a larger context? I don't know. I don't know. Other than this seems super weird. And super weird is, well, the name of the game with Troubled Minds and all the things we do. And that's what's going on. If you guys want to be part of the show, 702-957-1037. If you got comments on this or anything else, there you go. Simple as that. Let's keep on trucking. Let's go to this. This is the new elephant in the room, and let's just get right to it. Let's just get right to it. Here we go. All right. This is the thing. Yeah, you probably all heard of it. Biden, this is from Reuters. Biden warns against Omicron panic. Pledges no new lockdowns. Arr, arr. Oh, here we go. Oh, boy. President Joe Biden urged Americans on Monday not to panic about the new COVID-19 Omicron variant and said the United States was making contingency plans with pharmaceutical companies if new vaccines are needed. Well, who knew? Who knew that would be the step, right? Biden said the country would not go back to lockdowns to stop the spread of Omicron and said he would lay out his strategy on Thursday for combating the pandemic over the winter. He urged people to get vaccinated, get boosters, and wear masks. Quote, this variant is a cause for concern, not a cause for panic, Biden said in remarks at the White House following a meeting with his COVID-19 team. We're going to fight and beat this new variant, he said. And yeah, right. Right. Which actually, I forgot to do a little thing. Let me pull this up. Yep. Let me pull this up and we'll do this real fast because, yeah, I had a sound clip I wanted to play today and I forgot to grab it. So let me grab this sound clip real quick if you guys wouldn't mind. One moment, please. And there we go. Got it. Okay. All right. There we go. Got the sound clip. Okay, so back to this. Yeah, well, quote, we're going to fight and beat this new variant, he said. Omicron has prompted countries across the globe, including the United States, to limit travel from southern Africa, where the virus was first detected. The World Health Organization said on Monday that it carries a very high risk of infection surges, but said no deaths had yet been linked to the new variant. Hear that? Zero deaths. Yeah, read my lips. No new lockdowns. Exactly. Okay. Anyway, so it was noted by Daryl in the chat in Discord. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, you're missing out. TroubledMinds.org. Click the Discord link right on top. Phone number is also there if you want to call in. So one-stop shop for all things Troubled Minds, including, by the way, maybe coming soon, Troubled Minds hats and real merchandise. If you can see what I'm wearing here. Yes, indeed. Just came in the mail minutes ago. Here we go. Anyway, Biden warns against Omicron panic. Pledges no new read my lips. No new lockdowns. And we'll see how this works. Yes, I don't know. But notably, too, because we have friends in South Africa, shout out to Tam Bam out there, what's happening. She's been pointing out on Twitter, and rightly so, that this actually didn't originate in South Africa. They're calling it the South African variant because their epidemiologists, some of the best in the world, actually discovered it. Actually found this variant in South Africa, and of course it's been discovered in maybe 10 or 12 or 15 different countries the world over already. So just because they discovered it doesn't necessarily mean it originated there. They were just the first ones to notice it. So, well, yeah, there it is. And remember, zero new deaths, right? Zero new deaths. That's the strange part here, that don't panic. Nobody panic. Nobody needs to panic, because I'll tell you this. Well, let me tell you this. Speaking of, let's go to another article from Reuters, which I pulled up first, by the way. This one's been in the Discord a couple days waiting for this, because this is exactly what's happening with this Omicron variant. Oh, I forgot. Daryl pointed out in the Discord that Omicron is a what do you call it? When you mix up the letters, I can't remember the name. Anyway, Omicron actually, if you mix up the letters, spells moronic. Moronic. I thought that was funny. The term will come to me. Anagram? I think that's... Anyway, here we go. Johannesburg, November 28th. Yep. A South African doctor was one of the first to suspect a different coronavirus strain among patients, said on Sunday that symptoms of the Omicron variant were so far mild and could be treated at home. And yeah, so there you go. There's all the to-do, and well, is right. So exactly why? Wait. How do I phrase this? How do I phrase this? I don't know. Like, how do I phrase this without getting removed from the internet and canceled? How do I phrase this? Maybe I won't. You imagine what may come out of my mouth that shouldn't. But I'll read this again. South African doctor says patients with Omicron variant have very mild symptoms. Very mild, by the way. Very mild. Can be treated at home. 0 deaths. Weird, right? Is this weird? Or is this part of us living in the upside down again? Back to that whole thing? It's like, what in the world is going on? I think, yeah. So, this is, remember, Joe Biden said, do not panic. Nobody panic. We're going to beat this. And, well, it seems maybe we already have. This may be dead on arrival. Maybe a flash in the pan. Maybe not even notable. So let's see how much fear they drum up out of this with very mild symptoms and 0 deaths. Ought to be interesting, right? And, of course, that doesn't mean that there won't be any deaths because, well, people do die for just a basic flu. And remember, I'm not saying this is the basic flu, but I am saying that people do die of the basic flu. So anyway, once again, they discovered it in South Africa, so it is not actually the South African variant. It was also discovered in, again, a dozen countries the world over, including European countries. So at this point, we don't really know exactly where it originated, so just FYI. But anyway, whatevs, and there it is. So if you want to be part of the show and you have comments on this, 702-957-1037, troubledminds.org. Click the Discord link, and we'll put you on the show. All right, here we go. Let's do this, though. Let's take a quick break and get a word from our sponsor, which is you. Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up the two accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us. Okay, there we go. Let's keep on rolling. Let's get back to this. Let's get to the New York Post. And the New York Post, it says this today. Ted Cruz, Rand Paul rip Fauci over "I represent science" claim. Oh boy. Senators Rand Paul and Ted Cruz blasted Dr. Anthony Fauci again on Sunday after the White House chief medical advisor accused his critics of being anti-science. In an interview with CBS's Face the Nation, moderator Margaret Brennan mentioned legislation introduced by Republicans that would limit or halt federal funding for so-called gain-of-function research, in which viruses are modified to increase their transmissibility and virulence. Fauci described the issue as a political football and decried what he called a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and outright lies. Oh, that is so rich coming from the best, most competent epidemiologist and liar in the world. Well, yep. Quote, anybody who spins, lies, and threatens and all that theater that goes on with some of the investigations in the congressional committees and the Rand Pauls and all that other nonsense, that's noise, he added, later saying, I'm just going to do my job, and I'm going to be saving lives, and they're going to be lying. Oh, this is so good. This is so good that I'm sorry. You have to hear it in his own words.
Why do you feel so strongly about that, about staying on the job when you become, you were personally, not just rhetorically, threatened? Your security, your safety, your family.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that?
I dealt with it by focusing on what my job is. From the time that I went into medicine to the right now where I am at my age, my job has been totally focused on doing what I can with the talents and the influence I have to make scientific advances to protect the health of the American public. So anybody who spends lies and threatens and all that theater that goes on with some of the investigations and the congressional committees and the Rand Pauls and all that other nonsense, that's noise, Margaret. That's noise. I know what my job is.
Senator Cruz told the Attorney General you should be prosecuted.
Yeah. I have to laugh at that. I should be prosecuted. What happened on January 6th, Senator?
Do you think that this is about making you a scapegoat to deflect from President Trump?
Of course. You have to be asleep not to figure that one out.
Well, there are a lot of Republican senators taking aim at this.
That's okay. I'm just going to do my job. And I'm going to be saving lives, and they're going to be lying.
It seems another layer of danger to play politics around matters of life and death.
Right, exactly. And to me, that's unbelievably bad, because all I want to do is save people's lives. And anybody who's looking at this carefully realizes that there's a distinct anti-science flavor to this. So if they get up and criticize science, nobody's going to know what they're talking about. But if they get up and really aim their bullets at Tony Fauci, well, people could recognize there's a person there, so it's easy to criticize. But they're really criticizing science, because I represent science. That's dangerous. To me, that's more dangerous than the slings and the arrows that get thrown at me. And if you damage science, you are doing something very detrimental to society long after I leave.
Okay. All right. You heard it right from the goat's mouth. The greatest of all time, Anthony Fauci, the greatest epidemiologist the world has ever known. And of famous, don't wear a mask because you could touch your face. It could cause problems. And then, wear a mask because if you don't, it's irresponsible. And then wear 2 masks, and then wear 3 masks, and then wear 5 masks, and then back to this. Well, I represent the science. Oh yeah, you sound like a lying politician. You notice how he brought up January 6th. Notice how he brought up January 6th. Look, if he was above the political fray, he'd have shut his damn mouth and not brought that up at all, right? But he's pointing at Ted Cruz and Rand Paul and saying, well, what about January 6th? That's politicizing things. Well, bro, you just politicize things. And yeah, like Bailey says, the implication that you can somehow ruin science. Yeah, right? Well, if you're dishonest, like you've been the entire time, Dr. Fauci, well, then suddenly things don't look very sciencey anymore, do they? You're becoming less and less the bestest, GOAT, greatest of all time epidemiologist in the world, and more like Bill Nye the Science Guy, who, by the way, is not a scientist at all. So anyway, there it is. This is just more stupidness. You heard it straight from his mouth. I represent the science. And of course, that means he's infallible, and that means you cannot attack anything he ever does or says because he represents the science. Like I said, we all need a t-shirt that says, trust the science. And again, you know me, I'm not anti-science. I love science. I talk about science all the frickin' time because I think it's important to talk about. I think some of these concepts, larger concepts about scientific achievements are incredible and worth talking about. However, when you represent the science, but you don't, you only say you do, but you only represent it half the time, well, because you're a politician, then you are not the GOAT. I'm sorry. You're Bill Nye the Science Guy. And I've just relegated Fauci to Bill Nye level status and changed my mind. 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. And yeah, well, this is what this is all about, isn't it? This is what it's all about. As we come down to this and the Omicron variant and no need to panic, nobody panic, all the rest of this stuff. And yes, okay, there we go. Now, how do we handle this? Let's go to the New York Times, or the New York Slimes, as it actually should be called. Inside the Misinformation Wars. All right, love this. Propaganda from a propagandist, straight from the New York Slimes. Journalists and academics are developing a new language for truth. The results are not always clearer. You realize George Orwell had a term for this, and he called it newspeak. And you realize what newspeak actually represents is censorship. Is, of course, standing in the way of freedom of thought. And if you cannot criticize the powers that be, including the press, well, they want to criticize whatever the hell they want to criticize and politicize it and leave out critical details to tell a fair story. Well, if you criticize the press, then, of course, as you know, then you're a conspiracy theorist. Welcome, conspiracy theorists. Well, here we go. On Friday afternoon this fall, top American news executives have dialed into a series of off-the-record Zoom meetings. Listen to this. Led by Harvard academics whose goal is to, quote, help newsroom leaders fight misinformation and media manipulation. Oh, that's wild, right? Not like governments of the world hijack news cycles intentionally to try and sway public opinion. Not like they hide information. Not like they put whistleblowers in jail, like Julian Assange, and are even had plans to assassinate him in a accidental gunfight, right? Like things like this. Like, okay, sure, this all makes perfect sense, and good thing we're actually having secret Zoom calls with Harvard academics, because those are the ones, right? Those are the guys and gals and people and everybody out there that actually knows about this stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. I've been saying it. I've been saying it for 10 damn years. Let's see. Those are hot topics in the news industry right now. And so the program at Harvard University's Shorenstein Center on Media, Politics, and Public Policy drew an impressive roster of executives at CNN, NBC News, the Associated Press, Axios, and other major U.S. outlets. Oh, look at that. An impressive roster of executives. More goats, the greatest of all time. All of them. A couple of them, though, told me they were puzzled by the reading package for the first session. Oh, you don't say. Getting information from a Harvard academic about news cycles is, well, let's say suspicious. The article continues. It consisted of a Harvard case study, which a participant shared with me examining the coverage of Hunter Biden's lost laptop in the final days of the 2020 campaign. Oh, you mean when they censored the shit out of that? Yeah, I totally remember that. I wonder if they're going to acknowledge that or not. Let's see. The story had been pushed by aides and allies of then-President Donald J. Trump. Oh, I see. That's why. Who tried to persuade journalists that the hard drive's contents would reveal the corruption of the father. The news media's handling of that narrative provides an instructive case study on the power of social media and news organizations to mitigate media manipulation campaigns, according to the Shorenstein Center summary. Oh, I see. So what we're going to do, instead of like talking about how to make news cycles, more transparent and more fair, really to talk about both sides of the story here, is we're going to find a way to censor more things. That's what we're going to do, right? That's what's happening here. Well, because shouldn't we get all the information and be able to decide for ourselves? By the way, I'm not going to get into this because the second you start talking about Hunter Biden's laptop and his ties with China, well, and being on their payroll and all this other stuff, well, then you get taken down from from places like Twitch. So I'm not going to get into that. But there are brand new this week articles still coming out, information regarding this that, of course, are getting censored. It's getting censored. And so it is interesting that, the news media, right here from the article, the news media's handling of the narrative provides an instructive case on the power of social media. I just read that. The Hunter Biden laptop saga, it sure is instructive about something. As you may recall, panicked Trump allies frantically dumped its contents onto the internet and into reporters' inboxes, a trove that apparently included embarrassing images and emails reportedly from the candidate's son showing that he had tried to trade on the family name. Surely he's never done that before, right? The big social media platforms, primed for a repeat of the WikiLeaks 2016 election shenanigans, reacted forcefully. Twitter blocked links to the New York Post story that tied Joe Biden to the emails without strong evidence, though Twitter quickly reversed that decision, and Facebook limited the spread of the Post story under its own misinformation policy. All right, so you see what's going on here. It's not about correcting what's wrong with the news cycle, right? It's about censoring the news cycle more and more so they can give you their own Orwellian version of the past, the present, and of course, the future. Welcome to your dystopian nightmare. And good thing we've got Harvard academics and an impressive roster of executives from CNN, NBC News, the Associated Press, Axios, and other major outlets. I could imagine that Slate is probably there, and the Daily Beast, and, the regular cast of characters that you would expect, the whole echo chamber BS propaganda cycle, news cycle types. But at least invite the guys on the other side, right? I mean, maybe the New York Post, maybe the Epic Times, maybe Fox News. Of course not. And I'm not defending those outlets over these ones. I'm saying they're all propagandists, so you may as well be in on this together, right? Yeah. Anyway, this is the world we live in, guys. And not only that, they expect us not to notice, like this Orwellian doublespeak, right? By saying, oh, an impressive roster of executives. Yeah. Just like Anthony Fauci's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I tell you what, Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm a poet, and I don't even know it. All right, you tell me, what do you think about this and all the rest of these things? 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037, and we'll put you on the show. Easy as that. There we go. And, so this is exactly the problem, right? Misinformation comes from all the spectrums, including, right, let's call it the conspiracy world. But of course, it's only a conspiracy if it comes from non-sanctioned conspiracy-type sources, which would be, CNN, MSNBC, because they're the ones, or even Fox News or the New York Post, because they're the ones who are actually slinging poo at each other and saying, well, the other guys are conspiracy theorists. Remember, the war is on you. The war is on independent thought. The war is on, just trying to figure out what's really happening in this world, because you're not allowed. You're absolutely not allowed, and that's the way the world really works. So, one more time, we're going to take a quick break in just a sec here. If you want to be part of the show, 702-957-1037. Go to troubledminds.org and click the Discord link, and you could join the show. And love to hear your thoughts on this or anything else. You got show feedback, you want to say hi, whatever. It's all good. We're here for you, and I'm here for you. And we're just doing the thing with the open lines because I am unafraid. I am unafraid. That's as simple as that. Haters Unite, 702-957-1037. And we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back to Troubled Minds News. I'm Michael Strange. Let us continue, shall we? We'll keep on trucking here. And let's go to inverse.com. This is a pretty cool site most of the time. And more Mars news, more Mars stuff. This one's pretty wild. Mars could get an artificial magnetic field from an out there source. Neat. Terraforming Mars is one of the great dreams of humanity. Mars has a lot going for it. Its day is about the same length as Earth's. It has plenty of frozen water just under its surface, and likely could be given a reasonable, breathable atmosphere in time. But one of the things it lacks is a strong magnetic field. So if we want to make Mars a second Earth, we'll have to give it an artificial one. Sweet. A new study published on the preprint server ARXIV presents an intriguing way to give Mars such a field. Rely on its moons. Yep. The reason magnetic fields are so important is that they can shield a planet from solar wind and ionizing particles. Earth's magnetic field prevents most high-energy charged particles from reaching the surface. Instead, they are deflected from Earth, keeping us safe. The magnetic field also helps prevent solar winds from stripping Earth's atmosphere over time. Early Mars had a thick, water-rich atmosphere, but it was gradually depleted without the protection of a strong magnetic field. Unfortunately, we can't just recreate Earth's magnetic field on Mars. Our field is generated by a dynamo effect in Earth's core, where the convection of iron alloys generates Earth's magnetic field. Blah, blah, blah. The interior of Mars is smaller and cooler, and we can't simply start it up to create a magnetic dynamo. See, I always want to say dynamo, but there are a few ways we can create an artificial magnetic field, which, now this gets wild, right? Ideas for generating a Martian magnetic field have been proposed before, and usually involve either ground-based or orbital solenoids that create some basic level of magnetic protection. Blah, blah. Okay, as the study points out, if you want a good planetary magnetic field, what you really need is a strong flow of charged particles, either within the planet or around the planet. Since the former isn't a great option for Mars, the team looks at the latter. It turns out you can create a ring of charged particles around Mars thanks to its moon Phobos. Okay, Phobos is the larger of the two Martian moons, and it orbits the planet quite closely. So closely that it makes a trip around Mars every 8 hours. The team proposes using Phobos by ionizing particles from its surface, then accelerating them so they create a plasma torus along the orbit of Phobos. This would create a magnetic field strong enough to protect a terraformed Mars. And there you go. I think this is a little bit strange. I think this is a little bit awesome. I think, well, maybe this can happen. We'll give it the maybe juice. Yeah, let's see. What's up? Robert says, who was appointed to depose Ghislaine Maxwell? Answer, Alan Dershowitz. Oh, you mean propagandist hack-in-chief? You know who also is prosecuting, I heard, one of the prosecuting attorneys is one James Comey's daughter. You guys remember Jim Comey, the 6'8" guy that said he wasn't politicizing things at the White House and in the FBI, as he constantly politicized things in the White House, the FBI. Alan Dershowitz and Comey's daughter, right? Are you shitting me? Are you? Come on now! Like this is exactly why the world doesn't trust anything these assholes do, because. Well, yes. Mm-hmm. So what I was going to try and do, actually, there's a thing here. Speaking of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, let's get off this Mars thing. The Ghislaine Maxwell trial, it started today. And I don't expect anything exciting to happen today because it's, the very first day and, things kind of are like, these things drag out over several weeks and the juicy stuff comes later once the witness testimony begins. But check this out. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and set up a way where I can actually live stream the thing itself. Let's see. I don't know if this actually works. Let's find this. Hold on one sec. One moment, please. That's not what I want. I want this. There we go. All right, check this out. I don't know if this is true, but I found this on Twitter not that long ago, and it says that you can actually listen to the trial if you dial into this particular phone number. So check this out. So, if you federal cases are not televised, use this phone number and this access code. This starts Monday. You can listen to the audio. So I was considering one of the maybe to get an extra laptop over here, like an old piece of crap one, and just dial in with Google Voice and stream the audio straight to YouTube. Maybe, right? Maybe. So I'll try this and see if this actually works. And then if this does work, I'll try and get some kind of streaming thing set up to where it just does its thing, clicks on at the appropriate time, dials in, and then just starts streaming. So that would be pretty cool. And cross your fingers, because that could be a wild ride. But there it is. If you guys want to hear this, apparently you dial 844-721-7237. The access code would be 999-1787. I'll link this also in the Discord and right there in the chat if you guys want to maybe follow up on this. I don't know if this is legit, but maybe if it is, then I'll see what I can do to actually stream this. So anyway, there you go. There's some more Ghislaine Maxwell stuff. Robert says Dershowitz is one of the accused by a victim. You can't make this shit up. Oh, is he? Yeah. Also, isn't Dershowitz was on Epstein's plane in those records? I thought he was actually one of the guys that's flying to the Lolita Express to the Epstein Island, right? Wasn't he that guy? Wasn't he that guy? Or one of those guys? Exactly. Like that. How on God's green earth do you let anybody anywhere near this case that has any involvement with any of these people? It makes no damn sense. No damn sense. So we'll keep an eye on this trial as it develops and does its thing, of course, because we expect a ton of, hopefully bombshell type shit to come out of it, because we know the press is going to block for these guys, because we live in the upside down world where the elites are actually sick abusers of people, young people, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say the word. And not only that, they are linked to the highest levels of government and media and every other large corporation, media conglomerate the world over. So, you tell me. Do you think they're going to block for this? Do you think they're going to try and minimize this? Do you think they're going to ignore some of the bombshell stuff? Yeah, you're damn right they are. But at least that's why it's good to have, as long as you have propaganda, you need to have propaganda on the other side. So at least they're exposing it and flinging the political poo at each other in that manner. So at least some of that stuff comes out. Imagine when the entire press is in the same bag, paid by the same people to STFU and not tell us anything about anything. We're getting there. It's coming closer and closer. But yeah, anyway. So I'll try this and see if this actually works out. But yeah, if we can get the audio to that and stream it live, awesome. Awesome. All right, let's see. Let's go here. Let's go to jalopnik.com, and this is pretty good. And yeah, this is it. This is pretty hot. Headline is this: this whole metaverse mega yacht NFT makes me want to die. The Metaflower Super Mega Yacht just sold for $650,000 in the Sandbox virtual world. Remember? I've been saying this. Look what's coming. I can't believe I have to write these words, but a giant virtual yacht just sold on a video game for $650,000 in real money. Well, real cryptocurrency, successfully combining all the worst aspects of the NFT and crypto trends into an actual and yet somehow still fake purchase, as reported by Hypebeast and Business Insider. There are a lot of moving parts to this whole situation. This is straight from the article, so I'm going to try to break it down for those of us, myself included, who have no idea what on earth is happening. This sale took place in something called the Sandbox, which is basically a virtual gaming world, a metaverse where players can play, build, own, and monetize their virtual experiences, the website claims. I feel this whole concept needs an example to make it make sense. Let's say you build a house in Minecraft or some other video game of your choice. Despite the fact that you built it, it's still technically owned by the makers of Minecraft. In the Sandbox, this is the game in the metaverse now, anything you make is owned by you, and you can sell it for in-game tokens that have a monetary value in the real world, theoretically. And yeah, all right. So on gaming platforms like the Sandbox, then people can buy and sell luxury items like yachts. And this giant yacht, horrifically christened the Metaflower Super Mega Yacht, sold for 149 Ethereum, which at this moment translates to about $650,000 in real, actual money. Remember when I predicted, if you guys watched the show with Algorithm, the Mikestradamus prediction is this: within 5 years, people will be working full-time in the metaverse, mining crypto with repetitive tasks, stoking the engagement algorithms. Yep. Here we go. Were the Metaflower Super Mega Yacht a real thing, it would probably be pretty cool. Metaverse trading website OpenSea says it has a DJ booth, helicopter landing pad, a hot tub, among other amenities, and provides access to the fantasy marina and is designed to be the crown jewel of the Sandbox. But I can't park it in the harbor and watch the Monaco Grand Prix unless there's an expensive virtual racing show in the Sandbox. So the concept just seems ridiculous. It also just looks like a low poly yacht. I don't get it. And yeah, well, this is what I've been saying. Remember, when they announced the metaverse, I was all over this because I'm telling you what, the world is a-changing. It's a changing place, and it's about to get even more freaky. We talk about living in the upside down now. Well, here it goes. $650,000 for a virtual mega yacht. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there you go. Robert says, at least the tulip frenzy of the 1600s had real tulips. Yeah, low poly. Yeah, no, not a lot of polygons. Think PlayStation 1 or N64. Kind of Minecrafty, right? Like super blocky. Yeah, crappy. But in any case, right, so the metaverse, as this becomes not low poly, it becomes high, right, like actual realistic type stuff. This is when things are going to change. This is just the very first game. And by the way, you can sign up for this. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Bailey. It was a kind of a weird sentence and hit my brain the wrong way. But anyway, okay, so by the way, you can sign up for this game. This game is called the Sandbox, and you can sign up. They have this currency, it's not an NFT. It's a cryptocurrency called Sand. All right. And you could sign up, go to, I think it's sandbox dot something or other. Just type Sandbox game in a search engine, and you'll get this website. Actually, I'll do that in just a second, show you. But you can sign up for the beta. It's actually alpha access is happening right now. And if you get accepted, you could win, which is, I think, 1,000 sand, which is $6,000 in current real life money. Yep. 702-957-1037. Click the Discord at troubledminds.org. I'll pull up this website so you guys can see it. Sandbox game. Here it is. Sandbox.game. And yes, there it is. There it is. There it is. In case you wanted to know what the Sandbox was all about, here it is. Here's the game where they're selling property in the millions of dollars and where this super mega yacht sold for $640,000. Sandbox.game. And there it is. Discover the metaverse. And this is where you got the Alpha Dragon. Here's your crypto and NFTs. You got the Alpha Door, the sword. There you go. Here you go. All right. So earn with Alpha Pass, 1,000 sand and 3 exclusive Alpha NFTs. Complete simple objectives and earn sand and NFT with real money value. Remember when I said people are going to be working in the metaverse within 5 years? It's already happening. Complete simple objectives to earn their crypto and NFTs, right? Yeah, there it is. There's your Sandbox. And, yep, sign up. See if you can win that 1,000 sand. And because with the Alpha Pass, you get a full access to the 18 exclusive experiences of the Alpha and earn up to 1,000 sand and 3 NFTs. Sign up. Get the free money. Airdrops are the new thing. So, well, not brand new, but they're new enough that a lot of people haven't heard of them. So get in this. Even if you're not going to play it, register, sign up for the Alpha, and maybe just maybe you'll win some free money. Oh boy, there it is. All right, where were we at? Okay, all right, let's get off the metaverse and let's go to futurism.com because, well, the world is an amazing place. Let's get out of the metaverse and back into the other metaverse of our base reality, wink, wink, and we'll go to futurism.com. And yes, that's right, you read the headline correctly. People furious at robot serving pancakes at Denny's. Yeah. Oh, boy. It's like dining with the Jetsons. Yeah. Imagine sitting down at your favorite breakfast restaurant only to be greeted by a robot, which brings you pancakes and sides instead of a human server. Well, that's not exactly what happened at one Denny's location, but to hear the comments tell it, our robot overlords are taking over and should be boycotted before they're serving us pancakes and eggs all over the world. TikTok user Mia Bellaccio, posted a now viral video showing a robot dubbed Janet delivering 2 plates of hash browns and eggs at an undisclosed Denny's location. The simple 3-tiered robot is basically a mobile cake plate that runs food for busy servers, and the video's creator said in the comments that a real flesh and blood server took their order and delivered their coffee. There it is. The comments naturally went off, though most, to be fair, seem to be expressing broader anxieties about automation rather than much specific to Denny's. So, quote, "So we don't have to tip anymore," one user commented, racking up almost 1,600 likes. "Nope, I wouldn't go there," another opined. "No people. This is sad," wrote yet another, "but they give machines the jobs they take from citizens." Citizen, stop. You've had a little too much to think. Yes, indeed. The customers made it clear they weren't greeted or initially approached by the robot, which is called a Servy and manufactured by Bear Robotics, a startup created by restaurant and tech entrepreneurs. Instead, Bear says the robot automates labor-intensive parts of the business so servers can focus more on diners. All right. There it is. If anybody has actually run into an actual, robot server anywhere, I'd love to hear from you. 702-957-1037. troubledminds.org. Click the Discord link. Night Stalker, what's up, says, can meta yachts sink? Interesting. Remember what happened to the Titanic on its maiden voyage? Well, curiouser and curiouser. Let's keep on trucking. Here we go. This is pretty hot. Speaking of what's up, Night Stalker, let's talk about a river. Why not, shall we? Cache of thousands. This is from Newsweek. Cache of thousands of ancient Roman silver coins found in river. Yeah. All right. A hoard of 5,600 silver coins from the Roman Empire dating back nearly 2,000 years has been found in Germany. The Augsburg Art Collection and Museum said in a statement the discovery was the largest find in the southern German German state of Bavaria. The silver coins minted in the denarii Roman currency were discovered in an old gravel riverbed near the location of what was once an early military base. The coins, which weigh 33 pounds in total, were discovered during excavation work after floods in the small town of Wurtok flushed them out. The statement said that the oldest of the coins were minted under Emperor Nero, and that the most recently minted were under Septimius Severus shortly after AD 200. And yeah, pretty good stuff. The coins are being analyzed at the University of Tübingen, according to the statement. Quote, a soldier earned between 300 and 500 denarii in the early 3rd century. The treasure, therefore, is the equivalent of about 11 to 15 annual salaries, said Sebastian Gyros, the head of a city archaeology in Augsburg. Archaeologists also discovered coins from the eras of emperors Trajan, Hadrian, Antonius Pius, and Pius and Marcus Aurelius. The philosopher king, Marcus Aurelius, as well as coins from the era of Didius Iolanius, I don't know, who was only emperor for 9 weeks before being murdered in AD 193. That's tragic. Now, Augsburg's rich history just got richer, they say. And there you go. In case you ever wanted to know, there you go. Robert wants to know, can you use a 3D printer to print out a meta yacht? I think so, but then it would just be a copy. I mean, you have to be able to put on the goggles and go into the metaverse and then get on your yacht, you see? It's complicated. I mean, not that I even understand it at all, but it's definitely complicated. All right, let's keep on trucking. There's always more to talk about. 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubledminds.org. Let's go. All right, we have this. We have space.com. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Strange eggshell exoplanets may have ultra-smooth surfaces. Astronomers may already have detected 3 such worlds to date. Hot, right? Yeah. Strange, newly theorized eggshell planets may possess super-thin outer layers with ultra-smooth surfaces, unlike those seen on any world to date, a new study reports. Astronomers may have already detected at least 3 eggshell planets, scientists noted. Over the last 25 years or so, astronomers have confirmed the existence of more than 4,500 exoplanets, worlds that orbit other stars. Many of these worlds are quite unlike any planets in the solar system. For example, so-called hot Jupiters are gas giants that orbit their host stars more closely than Mercury does the Sun. Sweet. In the new study, the researchers wanted to investigate what might be possible in terms of a planet's crackable outer layer known as its brittle lithosphere. They modeled how different features on a rocky planet and its star might influence its brittle lithosphere's thickness. Lithosphere? I don't know how to say it. And I lost Microsoft Mic. It doesn't work anymore. They broke it, so I can't even check. You guys will just have to bear with me when I mispronounce everything. Oh well. The extremely thin, brittle lithospheres of eggshell planets may not prove rigid enough to support high-standing mountains, leading to relatively smooth surfaces. In addition, their outer layers may not prove strong enough to produce the strong, dense plates needed for plate tectonics. Anyway, pretty cool stuff. This is, well, like I said, important news that cannot be politicized. Well, hold my beer, the propagandists say. Let's keep on trucking. Good stuff here. Let's go to this. This is from, this is from, Boston, the Boston, what is this from? Boston Globe. Oh, yeah, the Boston Globe. Boston Globe. All right, this chart on conspiracy theories has gone viral. A local disinformation researcher breaks down what to know. And we talked about this previously, and here you go. The link is in the thing if you want to check it out, and I don't know. But yeah, so they have the grounded in reality of conspiracies all the way up to the detached from reality, right? Of course, notably, this is an inverted pyramid because, well, why not, right? I mean, we are talking conspiracies here. But so let's see, grounded in reality. Let's actually take a look at this just real quick because, yeah. Why the hell not? Let's open this up and let's zoom in. Here we go. All right. So let's take a quick look at this. The very bottom here, grounded in reality. These are the acceptable things that actually happened. Conspiracies in this box: MK Ultra, hashtag Free Britney, Watergate, FBI spied on MLK, NSA mass surveillance, Big Tobacco lied about cancer, COINTELPRO, etc. Right? The Tuskegee experiment. That's down here in the bottom right, in the grounded in reality. Let's go in the leaving reality. We have questions in the blue area. We've got Jimmy Hoffa disappearance. So apparently Jimmy Hoffa didn't disappear. I guess we live in a simulation. Oh, okay, all right. The JFK assassination. Oh, God. Oh, Area 51. I guess that's not a real place either. UFOs are on there. Let's see. Charles Manson, CIA asset. Leaving reality. Oh, God. Epstein didn't kill himself. Denver International Airport. All right, cool. Let's go to reality denial. Here we go. Avril Lavigne replaced. Greta Thunberg is a time traveler. Stevie Wonder isn't blind. The Titanic never sunk. Tupac is alive in Serbia. Prince Charles vampire. Alien abductions. Cryptids. Mattress from money laundering scheme. Wait, what? Mattress firm money laundering. Anyway, Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer. What in the world? All right. Anyway, this gets now. This is crazy, right? So reality denial is this part. Actually, I think I just said that. The 5G conspiracy. The COVID is a bioweapon. You see, this is dangerous to yourself and others. Chemtrails, guys. It's dangerous to yourself and others. Feral people in forests. I'm sure that doesn't exist anywhere in the world, right? Clearly, ancient giant trees. Yeah, that's totally fake. Essential oils cure all illnesses. Okay, that's just a ridiculous statement. Let's see. No, pandemic. Interesting. Let's see how they treat the Omicron variant. Vaccines have microchips. Okay, fine, whatever. RFID tracking devices in bras. Antifa did January 6th. Notice how they got to put that in there. Tartaria is on here. Sweet. The jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. Now let's go to the furthest detached from reality, the anti-Semitic point of no return. All right. Oh, geez. Here we go. Holocaust denial. All right. I ain't going to touch that one because that's just gross. Adrenochrome is on here. Bill Gates depopulation. So this is so if you believe in the Bill Gates depopulation thing, you are anti-Semitic, right? Okay. Hollywood is, what does that say? Hollywood is turning your kids gay. Oh, God. Okay, whatever. Rothschild Central Bank, Sandy Hook fake. Okay. Again, right, the Illuminati. Clearly, some of this stuff is cultural Marxism. That's not happening. I swear that's not happening. George Soros is not a conspiracy. He's just a benevolent overseer of humanity, of course. Secret satanic rituals, those don't happen. So clearly, anything in this Pizzagate, anything on here means you are a anti-Semitic, and you're you're incapable of. Well, there's flat Earth is here. All right, the New World Order. Come on now, Hollow Earth, QAnon. Anyway, there you go. There's your conspiracy chart 2021, and basically, I think this is the best. If you believe the Rothschild Central Bank thing is a conspiracy, you are anti-Semitic and you're irredeemable. And there you go. I thought it was pretty funny. And so here we are. Well, let's keep on trucking, shall we? 702-957-1037. And speaking of weirdness, Twitter CTO Parag Agrawal will replace Jack Dorsey as CEO. Jack is stepping down. Yeah. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey is stepping down as chief of the social media company effective immediately. Parag Agrawal, Twitter's chief technology officer, will take over the helm, the company said Monday. Shares of Twitter closed down 2.7% on the day. Who cares? Dorsey's an asshat, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But it is curious that why is he stepping down? You tell me. Gonna go to his bunker in New Zealand, like all the rest of these clowns. And just so you know that I'm, Mike Stradamus once again. This is from November 28th. Yep. Massive asteroid will approach Earth tomorrow. In case you weren't aware, a 430-foot asteroid is currently hurtling towards Earth, and it's expected to approach Earth tomorrow. But don't go selling your belongings and living like you're dying just yet. The asteroid isn't going to cause an apocalyptic event. The space rock is only expected to make a close approach. There it is. Like I told you, twice a damn week, we get a new massive asteroid going to pass by the Earth. I'm telling you, they're preparing us for something. Let's keep on trucking. Running short on time, so let's blow through these. All right. This is from inverse.com. We can skip this one. Why a monstrous ancient creature could be a modern geopolitical nightmare. What they're talking about is 2015, the journal Science published a paper claiming that this newly discovered elongated lizard was a snake with 4 legs. The discovery of such a specimen could tell us a great deal about the pattern and process of snake evolution, if it was indeed a snake. All right, here we go. Lizard, not snake. Pluto, not planet. Right? People arguing about dumb things. Who cares? All right, let's go to the Daily Beast. Speaking of fantastic propagandists, here we are. There we go. Now, this is pretty wild. This may be a show this week as well on Troubled Minds. From the Daily Beast. These living robots self-replicate. And it's not terrifying. You don't say. You don't say. You might have missed the debut of the Xenobots last year when the world was falling apart, but they made quite a splash in the science and tech community. These Pac-Man-shaped synthetic organisms designed by supercomputers can organize into larger groups and be programmed to fulfill specific functions. They're certainly not robots in the traditional sense, but they're also too artificial to qualify as typical living organisms. They're part cell, part machine, and completely one of a kind. We'll just file this under how could this go wrong. As if all of that wasn't already wild enough, the inventors of the Xenobots have just added one more trick up their creation sleeves, the ability to self-replicate. The implications of the new breakthrough published Monday in the journal PNAS are enormous. Scientists were already jazzed about the idea of one day using Xenobots for clinical applications and for cleaning up the environment. But the ability to replicate means this technology, if controlled, could be allowed to fulfill those tasks with more autonomy and on a larger scale. Oh, yeah. You see what I'm saying here? Yep. How about living in the upside down? All right, here we go. This is more. Yeah, like the replicators in Stargate. I got to that point. I saw that one. I saw that. I'm into season 5. Just started season 5 last night. And yeah, replicators. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Mashable.com. Facebook won't let me unlike inactive pages, and it's ruining the vibes. Oh, you poor baby. Facebook sucks, and we all know it. All right, I think that's it. How are we at time-wise? I think we're perfect. You would think I've done this once or twice before. There's your Sandbox link if you guys want to sign up to win your free 1,000 sand, and three NFTs, which is equivalent to about $6,000 US currently. So if you want to do that, well, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. There it is, sandbox.game, and that will take you to the website. And yeah, there's an alpha state running on this, and they're having a contest, and you can get in and be one of the first to travel to the NFT Meta Yacht. There you go. All right. So think tonight we have a shout out to Bailey there in the chat, and Jennifer, if you're there, and Often Frozen. We're gonna do human clones tonight. Because why not? We're going to do human clones. So if you guys want to be part of that show tonight, you know what to do. Find us there at 7 p.m. Pacific, which, of course, is in about 2 hours and 50 minutes from right now. So there you go. There you go. So we're going to do that. Bailey, we're doing your thing. We're doing that thing with that video and that weirdness and the whatever that thing's called. So that's what's on deck tonight. I usually don't know so far ahead of time. So I'll dig into this a little bit. And then there you go. Also notable, Bailey says you have to download the game and buy land. Is that sure? Not sure if that's free in order to qualify for the 1,000 sand. Then you get in a raffle, and yeah, all right. Anyway, so that's what's up. Don't forget, if you're into the Troubled Minds hat, is brand new, and I'll get that up on the site ASAP because the quality on this is nice. This is real nice. You got the embroidered logo and the whole deal. And yeah, so we're going to do clones tonight, and if you're into that, well, we're going to do it. That's what's on deck tonight, and we'll do, as you saw, some of the other stuff. We got some pretty wild time travel stuff and some other things happening in the world with maybe those Xenobots. So I think we got a whole week of shows just right here on what we're doing. So there it is. That's what's going on. And so, all All right, so we'll be back shortly in about 2 hours, 49 minutes. And I'm going to play this, and I'm going to say thank you for spending your time and energy with us. Thank you for caring about the world. Thank you for being part of this journey, and thank you for appreciating the work that I do. Special thanks to the folks that help with shows. Special thanks to the folks that chip in ideas, which everybody's welcome to do. Troubledminds.org. Click the Discord link, get in there and share, and let's talk about these things. Let's find out what's going on in the world we live in, or at least consider the possibilities. And thank you, super special thank you to the folks that have subbed up to all the channels here on Twitch, Rockfin, also to the Patreon. And like I said, if you want to help the show spread the word, and you don't have to spend money, absolutely not. Just listen to the podcast feed on Spotify, iTunes, the Google Play, Amazon, wherever you like to listen to podcasts. Ads are baked in. Pennies become dimes, dimes become dollars. It all helps. I appreciate you guys wanting to help and wanting to boost this to the top. So let's do it. Let's go. From humble beginnings to the Troubled Minds hat. Here we are. All right, so as we finish, you guys know the drill. We're done. The bad news is we're done. But, however, God willing, we have tonight. We'll be back soon. 2 hours, 48 minutes, 47 minutes. This is Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange. You guys hang in there. It's Monday. Happy Monday. We'll be back in just a short while to talk about clones. Human clones. Oh, yeah. Have a great one, guys. Catch you in just a little bit.